Suga Sean going to be fighting Petr Yan. Now, incredible fight. I mean, that really is an incredible fight. One of these guys is going to get made to look like a fool. This is not going to be back and forth, but I don't know who it's going to be. One guy is going to kick the other's ass. That's just the way it works, right? You got long and range, you got short and power. They're two conflicting styles. It's not a little bit of you, then a little bit of me. One guy's going to understand that range from Jump Street, and they're going to keep it the entire night. I mean, this could be the absolute breakthrough moment for Suga Sean. But before we get to that fight, and we have plenty of time, right? We really do have plenty of time for that. How did we get here? If you're not studying, and you're not observing, and you're not curious on the question that I just asked, you don't understand the business. Most people don't. Suga Sean just jerked the curtain. And he did it with Pedro Munoz. It ended in controversy. It ended with an injury. It ended with a no contest. You're going to rematch it. Of course you're going to rematch it. Both guys are talking about each other. It's unfinished business. God damn it. You don't want to do it. Right? If you're not evolving, you're dying. Running steady is falling backward. You got to be moving forward in your career, particularly when you're young and you're a star like Sean. You must. Well, how do you do it when you just got dealt that hand? I don't have the answer. I don't know what he did. But he did not accept anything that I just said to be true as true. He did not accept that. He does not accept policies, and he does not accept history unless it's in his favor. Sean has done a great job here. He jerked the curtain with Pedro Munoz. He did not win. He's now going to be a co-main event against the number one contender. That is a massive leap forward. Massive. Pedro Munoz was winning that fight officially. My only thoughts for Pedro is get well, right? Got the eye. Very sensitive. Pedro's not going to take a step forward. I don't know what he's going to do. He will not be in there with a number one contender. His next fight will not be the one that if he wins, he gets a championship fight. His next fight will not be a co-main event. His next fight is not guaranteed to be on TV. That's a hard reality, but it is a reality. And when his fight finally gets announced, you're going to find out everything that I just said is true. But the guy who he was beating is one victory away from an opportunity of a lifetime. How? What happened? How did he get here? What did Pedro do? What did Pedro say? How did Pedro maneuver? And what was Pedro willing to accept versus what Sean did? You got to really understand it from this perspective. If you're the first fight on a main card and you don't win, you're not guaranteed to be on the main card, right? I mean, this is how this works. You work your way up to a title. You lose the title, you're now a main event somewhere, hopefully. Or you're the feature match. You get beat there, you're probably still on TV, but you're coming down. You get beat there, you're on the undercard, you get beat there, you're out of the business. That's just the life cycle. Just the way that it goes. Ultra competitive. Sean is doing all of that in reverse. He just fought. He did not win a round. He did not win the fight. He moves into a number one contender. I mean, are you guys understanding this? It's a big deal. And you can go research it. You can go find it out. Everything Sean did, he did right in front of your eyes. You can go to social media. You go to his timelines. You go to some of the shows that Sean did. You go to some of the interviews that he did. But he did not accept this. He got done with Pedro before he was even at the press conference, where he did say he would redo the match with Pedro. I think that he probably felt that's what he's going to have to do. Before he even got to the press conference, he started a piece of business with Henry Cejudo. From the ring to the press conference, Sean stopped off and did media and started a new piece of business with Henry Cejudo, which even if he doesn't go on and use that, he's now changed the topic from one that he didn't love to something that he can now use. This is very interesting, guys. You're not going to find that. You're not going to find somebody whose last fight they did not win. Call it whatever you want. Whether this was a no comp, but either that they did not win. You're not going to find that. And then find them three spots further up on the next card. You're just not going to find it. You're not going to find a guy who did not win his last fight that moves into a number one contenders match. There's a lot here. There's a lot of risk. Be real careful what you ask for in life, guys, because you just might get it. Petr Yan is a damn tough night out, but you got to take him. You got to have the tough nights out. Sean knows what he signed up for, trying to be a world champion. You think that was going to be easy? It's an interesting approach. It's an incredible fight, but before we even break it down, before we get the X's and O's, I really want to make sure that you're observing what's happening here, and moreover, that you successfully identify how.